Since SummerSlam just wrapped up and both nights are fully complete, it's time to predict the Clash in Paris full match card. So, drop it down in the comments below. Who do you think is going to be on this match card? So, leave some of your matches down below. I have like 7, I think, on this. I don't really remember. But leave yours down in the comments below. Also, hit the subscribe button if you're new, because I'm on the road to 5 subscribers. Really like to get there before the end of the year. Anyway, hit the like button as well. And turn on post notifications too. Anyway, let's hop into today's video. First matches here is John Cena versus Brock Lesnar, because if you did not watch WWE SummerSlam Night 2 or live under a rock, Brock Lesnar's back, and the F5 John Cena is obviously back for John Cena, which also probably means he's probably going to have a feud for like a couple of matches with John Cena and stuff like that. Also, John Cena is scheduled for Clash in Paris, so I think it's only right that he has a match with Brock Lesnar. And I don't even know, I haven't checked WWE's match card for Raw tonight. I don't know if it's even out as the time I'm recording this video. But I don't know if John Cena's going to be on the card. I don't know if Brock Lesnar's going to be on the card for tonight's Raw. But I don't really know. But all I know is that Brock Lesnar's back, and I'm pretty sure they're going to have a match at Clash in Paris. It really makes sense to have Brock Lesnar versus John Cena here, because we already looked like Brock Lesnar and the John Cena feud has already started. So, Brock Lesnar's music hits. He F5 John Cena at night 2 of SummerSlam. So, I'm just expecting this match. Though I'm not exactly sure what I'm expecting this match. But I'm going to go for the winner of this match. I think John Cena is going to win, because I think they're going to have 3 match. I think this is going to be a multi-match feud, if that makes sense. Because I feel like there's 4 months left of John Cena's retirement tour. They need something to fill out some of them, the rest of the dates. You could use 3 of the dates. Well, 3 of the PLE dates for Brock Lesnar, and have John Cena win the feud. Win the actual feud in the outcome, but at the end of the feud, then the second match you get Brock win, or the first match win John Cena. But for sure, the last match has to be John Cena, for sure. If I'm not mistaken, I'm 99% sure that'll if they use 3 PLE dates for John Cena, that'll leave 1 more PLE date, maybe 2 for John Cena for left for the year. Maybe, I'm not 100% sure about that. Because there's no PLE in September, but WWE could basically make up one, even though it makes no sense to have one in September, because they already have one at the end of August, which is Clash in Paris, but it don't really matter. I'm predicting this match, and I have John Cena winning this match. The second match I have on here is Stephanie Vaquer taking on the Women's World Champion Naomi. Well, obviously I'm not that easy of bad predicting, because this match is already basically confirmed, because Stephanie Vaquer won that Women's Rumble at Evolution, and she automatically gets a chance at Naomi's title. This match is going to go, and obviously I'm not really predicting this match, because it's kind of already confirmed, but I'm also glad that Naomi won and she gets to face Stephanie Vaquer. But I'm just going to be completely honest with you. At Clash in Paris, I'm 110% ready to see Stephanie Vaquer win the Women's World Championship, get that Finn Balor type feud for a couple months. You on the main roster, you automatically get a World Championship. So please, 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 WWE, if I was you, I would give Stephanie Vaquer a Women's World Championship, because she's absolutely phenomenal in the ring. And I feel like if you have Naomi chasing after the title, and it's one of the big babyface on Raw, and they have a heelish Naomi. But sadly, I feel like we should have Stephanie Vaquer win, but I actually just gonna go with Stephanie Vaquer, because I want her to win so bad. But I feel like if we go a big heel like Naomi after one of the babyface champion, I feel like that would work out in a pretty good manner. So I feel like Stephanie Vaquer is for sure winning this match. Thankfully, Seth Rollins has already been World Heavyweight Champion once. So I don't have to look for a different render to actually wait for WWE to put a new render of Seth Rollins with the World Heavyweight Championship up. So thank you, Seth Rollins, for already being the inaugural World Heavyweight Championship and already have a render for it that you can just search up on Google, and thank you. But anyway, if you can't already tell, I have CM Punk versus Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship at Clash in Paris. They're dumb. They're literally dumb. They have an easy World Heavyweight Championship match already booked out here, bro. CM Punk versus Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. Perfect match. Already a match planned out. It makes total sense. CM Punk won the World Heavyweight Championship against Gunther at SummerSlam. Seth Rollins cashed in, beat CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. Already set this feud up, and again, you don't have to give this title right back to Punk. You can wait a couple of months to give it back to Punk, because I feel like the title's going to go back to Punk some way or rather later. Like, Drew McIntyre should get a fair shot at the World Heavyweight Championship eventually, but not yet. Also, I think if WWE doesn't book this feud, I feel like they're kind of missing out, because I feel like I don't think Cody Rhodes is going to be at Clash in Paris, because I can't think of a single thing he will be doing after SummerSlam. But they need some type of World Championship match, and you have Seth Rollins, you have a CM Punk feud already lined up on the table. You might be tired of seeing CM Punk versus Seth Rollins, but I don't, because I like every single one of their matches, and we can have another one right here on the table, served on a silver platter, and we got one. So please, 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 WWE, book this, and if you don't, that's going to be very, very sad and disappointing, but you have a really clear opportunity to have this match booked. Anyway, who I think is going to win, I think Seth Rollins is retaining the World Heavyweight Championship at Clash in Paris. I think it's not going to be clean, though. I think the B&B security is eventually going to get involved and cost CM Punk the match, where Seth and CM Punk's going to be all mad, blah, 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 blah. And Seth Rollins retains, and I think it's going to continue the feud. I don't know when CM Punk's going to win the match or win the championship back, but I have a feeling he might win it, maybe Rumble, maybe WrestleMania, whenever they have that planned out. But I have Seth Rollins retaining, and with the help of B&B security. Becky Lynch versus Bayley. It only makes sense for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Only makes sense because we saw that Bayley cost Lyra for the title. And I feel like Bayley's going to be a little bit mad at Becky. So, Becky, they're going to eventually give her a Women's Intercontinental Championship shot, and it'll be at Clash in Paris. And I feel like we should get another banger match out of Becky from Bayley. Also, it also makes sense because I feel like Lyra should just not be in this title picture anymore, and she should just be moving on to the bigger and better things, which is the world title scene, which I feel like works better for her, or she moves over to SmackDown, whatever she wants. Also, I feel like it's been a long time since we've ever seen a Bayley-Becky feud. If we've seen a Bayley-Becky feud, I can't really remember. But I think it's time to rerun Bayley versus Becky, this time for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. And plus, this title, this title will skyrocket because how many eyeballs it's going to be getting on it. So let's just pull the trigger, have Bayley versus Becky at Clash in Paris in a banger of a Women's Intercontinental Championship match. And heck, you can even give the title to Bayley, see what she can do, and maybe you can hand it back and forth, maybe eventually give it back to Becky. But I feel like it would be cool, but I have Becky winning this one because I feel like they might have another 2 or 1 more match after this one. So I'm just gonna go with Becky retaining the championship, and let's see if they have another match, she might lose there. WWE did not put Damian Priest on SummerSlam, which, by the way, is weird to say that WWE didn't do that to one of their favorite superstars on the entire roster. Aleister Black and Damian Priest feud already getting is getting a longer time period than Gunther versus CM Punk. You know what I'm saying? Also, I feel like this story is in 4 weeks from now, it's gonna be worthy of a PLE match. And by the way, they're gonna cook because Damian Priest style and Aleister Black style just meshes so well together. It like fits. And imagine on a PLE with no commercial breaks, you see so goodness. Like I don't have words to describe how good this match would be, bro. Also, since Damian Priest hasn't been on a match just yet, or haven't been at PLE in a while, he's probably gonna get on Clash in Paris with Aleister Black, and Aleister Black and Damian Priest are gonna literally cook down Paris with how good this match is gonna be. Also, I'm just gonna already pick the winner I have. I think Aleister Black is gonna win this first match by shenanigans when the referee's distracted, like Damian Priest gets kicked in the chair, face with a chair or something like that. And Aleister Black hits him with a black mask. 1, 2, 3. Aleister Black wins. Then you can have another matches with Damian Priest versus Aleister Black to have more fire matches. I'm just going to go with Aleister Black for the first match because I want to see Aleister Black win. That's just my opinion, though. Next and final match I got on this Clash in Paris card is Dominic Mysterio taking on AJ Styles for the Intercontinental Championship. Now, I know that I think the feud is supposed to be over, but are we really going to leave AJ Styles off of a France card? No. We are not doing that. We are going to miss a solid chance for the Paris crowd to do the thing again, bro. We're not gonna miss a chance again to see AJ Styles in a Paris crowd where the crowd is gonna chant that phenomenal saying. Also, Dominic Mysterio is gonna get a great reaction. You can literally give Dominic Mysterio another big win. What am I talking about? Dominic Mysterio doesn't need to defend the championship against AJ Styles, man. Bro, what? Bro, AJ would never. Bro, AJ is old, slow, maybe has a little bit of dementia. Dom is spry, fast, jumps high, greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time, greatest everything. It would be an honor for Dominic, or for AJ to get pinned by Dominic. It would also be an honor if AJ pinned Dominic as well. Think about this. Dom putting over younger talent. Dom's been in WWE for over 20 years at this point, bro. Let Dominic put over younger talent is a crybaby mentality, you know what I'm saying? John Cena didn't put over talent. So why does Dominic have to pull over talent? Exactly my point. Here's my winner. It's the greatest Mysterio, the greatest Guerrero, the greatest Luchador of all time, the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all the times. Dirty Dominic Mysterio is retaining the Intercontinental Championship in Paris against my boy AJ Styles because Dominic doesn't have to put over younger talent like AJ Styles does. Because my boy Dominic is a 20-year veteran and has put over so many people. He's not putting over an old, corrupted, someone who probably poops themselves in their sleep and probably has a little bit of dementia and has so much graves. My boy Dominic is never, ever giving up that Intercontinental Championship because he isn't putting anybody over. He's going to do that. It ain't going to work for me, brother. Just like Hulk Hogan did back in the 1980s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, 2020s. So, yeah, Dom's not going to pull the ass, not going to work for me, brother. Because AJ Styles is a younger and older and not a dumber version of an older veteran in Dominic Mysterio. Let's go, Dom. You're the GOAT. Anyway, leave in the comments down below who you guys have for Clash in Paris. And leave down your match card down below as well. Anyway, have a beautiful rest of your day. See you tomorrow. Bye.